I'm making this film as an introduction to the next film, which is going to be a chicken. Oh, and it's a really hard thing to say when you had a couple of drinks. A chicken pot pie top. So I'm about to do a recipe, but tonight I've also taste tested a cocktail that I made for my daughter's friend Lottie yesterday, which I didn't drink. And tonight I've had 2 of them. So when you see the recipe for the elderflower and passion fruit cocktail, don't have more than one. I can barely speak. The reason I'm doing this film is because the chicken pot pie top, it unashamedly uses a lot of saucepans. I try and make my cooks easy and one pot, but tonight my dishwasher will be in overdrive. The recipe I'm making later is a chicken pot pie top. Difficult to say that. And I just wanted to show you something. So I've roasted some chicken, taken it off the bones, saved the bones for stock. This is the pan in which I roasted the chicken, and I don't want to waste all of this lovely stuff. So I'm heating it up, and I'm just going to put in a splash of water, let that heat up, and then loosen all the bits, and then I'm going to set that aside to add that to my pie sauce. The other thing that you can get ready in advance is your pie. I'm literally just putting pie tops on, so this will sit on top and we can reheat these. I don't need all of these. This was an experiment. Interestingly, that is puff pastry from the freezer. I won't be using those. And that is fresh puff pastry. Just thought you'd be interested. Dry fry the mushrooms. Cook your carrots. I have dry fried my mushrooms, so they've got lovely colour and the smell is deliciously nutty. They've been in there for about 5 minutes, so I'm going to put in a very generous knob of butter, and I've got, this is 1 leek finely shredded. I'm going to cook that on a low light with a sprinkle of thyme leaves. I'm going to add just a splash of stock. I'm going to let that cook for at least 10 minutes until the leeks are really rendered down. The next thing I'm going to do is to make a roux. That is about 15 grams of butter. 15 grams is 1 tablespoon of flour, which is about that much. And I like to, in my roux, I like to cook the flour off. Next thing going in is some stock. That is about 100 ml of stock, which I got off that pan earlier. It's on a low light. I'm going to keep stirring it. But what I do have is I've actually got some of this sauce left over from my steak the other day, which you won't have, but you at this point will then add about 100 ml of cream. I can't bear waste. So I am stirring in this creamy sauce. I'm now going to stir in the mushrooms and leeks. So I roasted some chicken legs, but also some breast meat, but I'm going to put in the leg meat first because the breast meat won't take long. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that before. But yes, I roasted a couple of chicken legs and a piece of breast. But you don't want to overcook the breast, so I'm stirring this through. I've got some carrots that I have cooked. They're going in. I'm going to do a big grind of pepper. This is a non-negotiable. You really need this with chicken. It's a tablespoon of freshly chopped tarragon. You can put in 2 teaspoons of dry tarragon. It needs tarragon. And the last thing going in is the chicken breast, and you literally just want to warm that through, which will take 2 or 3 minutes. Other flavours you could add are whole grain mustard and finish with lemon zest. So you've seen me make a gorgeous chicken mixture. Look at that. which can then come in and be used for anything else. Mushrooms and leek. I'm going to put an extra sprinkle of fresh tarragon on top, a grind of pepper, and then my pie tops just got refreshed in the oven or an air fryer for 2 minutes. And that is my chicken pot pie top. I've struggled with that all night.